welcome into a special broadcast here in the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Esports U being held here with some high schoolers from across the country, participating with some of Boise State's own, including Nakoba, and now we're going to give those high schoolers a chance to be seen on the big stage here with a pair of Valorant matches. A little bit different than normal. It will just be a 4-on-4, no best of 3, just a 2-map scrim, but it's going to be a ton of fun regardless. I am Michael Fisher, joined by Ben Flash of Night Art to call all of our action here in Flash and Night. It's going to be interesting because Valorant, without that extra player, there's going to be a lot more open space on the map because usually you can go like a 2-1-2 or a 2-3 in terms of defending bases. I think that missing 5th player is going to be very, very interesting tonight because it's just a 4-on-4 now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they're going to also miss all the utility that 5th player would have provided in terms of either smokes, damage, and just a lot of other things and being able to cover the map like you said. So without that 5th player, it changes the play style. You can't just like play it like a normal ranked game. You can't just be like, oh, there's going to be people here, there's going to be people here, there's going to be openings. So I feel like the attackers definitely have the advantage because defenders are going to be down a player. The map's going to be harder to cover. But I feel like picks are going to be even more important because you're now 3v4, pretty hard on defense. 2v4 is even more difficult. So I feel like it's going to be really attack-sided game.
Yeah, I think the other thing is going to be how do teams want to build out their team comps? Because in 5v5, you can get away with a Jet and a Reyna, and you can be a bit more aggressive. Now you're going to have to be very careful. Do you want to make sure you bring a Sova to have that information? Do you want to make sure you bring a Sage to have that healing? So I think there's also that. Are we going to see just everybody just kind of full out YOLO? Are we going to see more defensive comps? I think it's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be, I don't want to say, a new game mode, but I think the 4v4 is going to be a ton of fun. As I said, Esports U taking place all this week at Boise State down here in the Game Pants Esports Arena. I want to give these kids a chance to be seen on the big stage. You also see some names you recognize like Nakoba, who is the Valorant coach for Boise State, and Lycan, who was a player on the team last year. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Cannot wait to hop right into it. But before we get to that, of course, we got to remind these players about Doc's keys to the game, because even though it's a 4v4, Doc's keys are incredibly important, and they are do not ego peek the op. If somebody goes crazy with the op, as Flash and Knight mentioned, that 4v3 can be a 4v2 in a heartbeat. Know your win conditions, call out abilities, and calculate enemy econ. It's all presented by Count. You want to stay safe online, go check them out at count.com. They got everything you need to make sure you stay safe, make sure you don't have anybody getting into your business. You never want that to happen at any time. So go check them out at count.com, KOUNT.com. It's going to be a scrim here. 2 maps of best of the regular format. 4-on-4 is what I was trying to go for. 2 scrims here. Flish and Flash and Night here. And we go right to Ascent, and we get a very interesting comp. Looks like they're just going to go 1 duelist aside with 1 Reyna and 1 Jet. And I am going to be, actually, no, the blue team here going to go with a Reyna and a Jet. This is going to be a very, very aggressive defending team here on the left side.
Yeah, for sure. We're already going to see a pretty offensive team comps coming out from both. I mean, we're already going to see tool duelists coming out from each team, and they just kind of want to take these fights. And that's the really important thing to note, that their defense is not very stacked. They're spread out thin. Meanwhile, attack is just looking to push 4 people onto the A site almost instantly. And if Jet falls, that site's gone, and they have to retake.
Viper can maybe rotate over, but you're totally right. If they get an easy push onto Sleepy Tiger and catch him asleep, he is absolutely going to have a free A site here. They go for the EMP from Lycan, not able to find anything. Sleepy Tiger immediately makes the call. You see everybody from Boise State or from Boise State Blue rotating over to that A site, as that Viper gas also going to go down, just kind of slow things out here.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're a little trying to anticipate a push and try to get either picks from the defense, because a lot of this is going to be reactive from them. And they can already see the side's going to come in, and there's going to be 2 picks. Orange and Chris are going to pick up some kills, and they're going to already be up by 2 members, and the entire enemy team is just stuck in a pinch.
Sleepy Tiger and Chris is live. Both going to push out. Chefrog goes down. Chris gets the other one right behind him, and that Viper, we've seen it all the time in some of our games. That utility Viper brings is insane, because that stopped that A push in the tracks. A couple people pushed through, and they were already low, and they just got picked off because they had no visibility.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, almost no damage was dealt from the attackers. If we could see the HP bars from last round, I mean, Jet barely took anything, and Viper I don't think got damaged at all. So if they're able to continue this up with those type of plays and just getting these picks, there's going to be easy pickings for defenders. And again, I still believe that this is an attacker-oriented game mode, being 4v4. So if you can win those rounds on defense and then you switch over to attack, I think the game's going to be a little easier.
Interesting to note there. I don't think the Viper ended up buying a gun. Usually after the pistol round, you'll see them buy at least an SMG or something. So the Viper's going to echo, and it looks like one person on Boise State Orange did end up picking up just a normal gun to try and help out everybody else with those pistols. So curious if Boise State Blue's ready for that. Pokey Donator.
He's able to get the headshot.
That was fantastic. They're kind of split up, though. Never really committed to his sight. Now we're going to have a rain on rain as Lycan gets a great pick as well.
Yep, they're instantly two picks, and we can see Pokey just taking out everybody. There's only one member left, and that's Koba. He's rotating from the backside, but he only has a shotgun. That's not enough range to really get anyone. He's going to see people, but he needs to play around his gun. Otherwise, he's just going to lose more econ.
See Jeff Rock's going to plant it down. Koba, oh, there's one on to N8TV. He's got Lycan behind him. He's going to get pinched off here, and there's that range you were talking about. Not able to get anything, and just gets one shot by Lycan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the thing. He's got to play for his range and try to stop peeking these long angles. I mean, we saw at the beginning of, or towards the end of that round, he was trying to fight Pokey from all the way outside, and he couldn't do anything. The gun just does not do enough damage to make a fight worthwhile. And then Lycan just came around after he was down to 30 HP and just finished off the kill.
Great job there by Boise State Orange, and I think this 4v4 definitely is affecting things because they now are going to full commit towards B. It's a 2-2 for the defenders here, so be curious to see how long they can hold out. They will have that Killjoy bot, so be very curious to see as Lycan gets the first kill there.
Yeah, but we're going to enter the map and instantly going to blind things off and try to look for picks, and Pokey's just instantly on the site by himself, though. His team is lacking behind, but they're going to use their ability to zone out and just try to get a plant potentially. Oh, trading in blind. Really good job coming out from Orange.
Good 92 as well, so he's pretty healthy. Lycan trying to peek there is not Koba, takes down Native. Now it's going to be a 3-on-2, and we see Lycan on that KO, kind of low HP, but they're trying to defend the spike, and nobody's really pushing. Orange Juice got to be careful. He's got Lycan right around that boathouse, but he's not going to see him.
He's going to get traded 1-for-1, and that's going to be Koba versus Frog. It looks like he's going to take out the camera. He doesn't know where he is. Looks like the gun advantage is definitely going to favor Frog here, and he's going to see him. He's going to jump right into the fight, and he's going to have to reload. He's going to dash around, and he's not going to be able to finish it off.
That's that player advantage right there. Great job by... Oh, are they going to get the defuse off?
So funny.
All right, there we go. I was wondering if they were going to... I knew they were splitting it, but that was a great job, and that's using your resources. Jet knew it was a 2v1, so they could afford to take some bullets, and unfortunately, Frog just couldn't land all those shots, and that cost him.
That must be so frustrating. Literally, he dumped like the extra 12 bullets of his mag and just missed every single one. If he just stopped firing for a moment and just try to reposition and wait for the spray to go down, he would have picked up that kill because how low she was. So that's just the thing to note. If you're missing that many shots, I feel like at that point, just stop shooting and try to switch weapons.
Try something. We have a caster who always says the team that pushed this together wins together, and I did like that for Boise State Blue is they knew they had the resources, so they were at least able to push together. I've seen a lot of times people try to do a one-on-one and then another one-on-one as Sleepy Tiger takes out Lycan, and the rest of the team's right behind him. They don't know Orange Juice is there, though, as Chris's Live gets another one.
Yep, and we're just going to see two members picked off again. It's going to be a 4v2. They're smoking out everything and trying to go in, but it looks like they're going to rotate around. Still, Native and Chef trying to get save that utility, honestly, and save some money because they don't have really good weapons, and if they lose this round, they definitely have to eco.
Kind of see the Blue has somewhat predicted that they're going over towards B. There's a lot of them trying to get a peek on mid. They are going to see him. Sleepy Tiger gets taken out, but that should be enough information to call out B. And, oh, I thought Raiden was going for the flank, but never mind. They might actually catch them off guard, except not Koba gets a great pick there.
Down, B.
Yep, and he's going to re-peek that, and we're going to see if the trade can happen. There's two members watching that. He has the spike. Koba's going to see just the corner of him and take him out, and he has to make a more aggressive peek there. Otherwise, he's just going to get poked down and didn't have a lot of HP or armor left.
That's just a fantastic play by Koba. Also, Sleepy Tiger getting him that information after peeking him through mid. And as you mentioned, Flash, he just gets a great little peek there, and just got to be more aggressive here because our attacker here is never even going to see Koba, but Koba can see him.
Yeah, that's just like the thing how angles work in FPS games. You have to play around them, and if you don't play them well, there's going to be instances where your opponent sees you and you can't see them, even if you're looking directly at each other. So that's just what we saw from Team Orange, and that's just what happens.
Push away from that Viper, and that Viper has been huge. The EMP does land on the knock. Koba, there's the Viper wall that's going to go up, and the utility of a Viper in a 4-on-4, especially on Ascent, is huge because it has just shut down anything the Orange team wants to do here. And now we might get a battle out here in the mid as we see Orange Juice trying to peek onto two members.
Yep, we're just going to see utility thrown into that little corridor and see if Lycan will get picked. He's going to throw utility. Three shots fired both sides. You're going to see 1-for-1 traded. Also going to see two more members. The last two are in there. Oh, and we're going to see a trade coming out from Lycan. He and Cypher are the only ones left on their team. They're in a 2v2. Ultimate up. They could get this ult off, but the spike is behind them.
They get that neural theft off. I think I really like their chances, though. There's not really a body too close. Oh, great job by Chris. Is live. Lycan's going to peek him, and he's just going to be able to take him out.
Yeah, really good job just waiting until the other player shows up, specifically Lycan, and just taking that invisibility, or really more invulnerability, and just able to keep himself alive while his teammate makes the trade for him. And that's just kind of kept them two members alive. We can watch the replay here. Spray's gonna have, he's gonna win. Chris is gonna peek up, and as soon as he starts to lose that fight while Lycan's focused on him, he just takes the invulnerability, and his teammate finishes out.
Still have that neural theft that you were talking about up, so if that Cypher can get just one pick for Orange, because usually in a 5v5 you want to wait. If you get one pick, make it a 4v3, that neural theft can easily win you around. You also have the Empress up for Orange's Reyna, and those can easily come in handy, but I like this Killjoy from Koba. If he's able to use it effectively, they could just basically stall out the whole time. We see that Viper wall once again, just being a thorn in the Orange team's side.
Oh, that's an instant. He's going to get 2. He's going to get 3. He's looking for the ace, and he's going to be able to pick it up. That's going to be a 4K for Orange Juice, and he's just able to pick them off one by one as they enter through the wall, and it's just going to be a complete slaughter from him, and we can see the replay.
Just the Viper utility is so insane. He predicts that flash perfectly, and when you follow one by one through the Viper wall, no good things are going to happen. Great job by Orange Juice and the blue team up to an early 5-1 lead, and really on the back of Orange Juice and Koba so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're really doing a lot for their team, as like the utility coming out from them in terms of smokes, vision denial, and also just doing a really good job making sure to get those shots in to kill those opponents, and that's just the most important thing. If you can take out members, I mean, your utility is useful, but their utility is gone.
He's gonna go towards B. Koba gets one. He did a great job rotating. He's gonna try and find a second one. Frog's gonna take him out. They keep that neural theft here to maybe win this round.
So it's going to be a 3v3. Pretty low coming out from Reyna, though. She can pop the ultimate, but she's actually not doing too well. Has about 25 in the red. Ooh, going to be able to take the kill. Heal up. Oh, no, he's not. 2-on-1. And we can see him pop the ultimate. He knows where they are. He's waiting for it. He's going to shoot Orange Juice. He's going to take him out. He's going to switch to his pistol. He's not going to be able to get any shots off onto Sleepy, and he's able to defuse the bomb. That's going to give them their 6th victory.
I like the play there with the neural theft. Unfortunately, he tried to switch the pistol, then got caught trying to switch back, and Valorant's never a game where you want to get caught either reloading or switching weapons. It's just a great job by blue team, but I think this Orange team is really close. It's just they got to figure out how to deal with this Viper, and Viper's just, I feel like, even more powerful with less members on the map. Yeah,
I mean, the just utility that she can reactivate is very useful, and also just being able to shut off such large portions of the game, or in terms of more of the map, and able to play around that for her team. I mean, they seem to only be stacking one member on A every time, and it's Viper, and she can do it alone.
Especially with that ult now up for that Viper, if Orange Juice is able to read that they're all going A, he can immediately shut down that site and force him back through mid, where we did see that Chris is live. He's holding it down with an op. There goes Lycan, though, and he's just going to throw up that Viper gas, and now the rest of the Orange team's got to figure out what they want to do.
Oh, he's going through the smoke, though. He's coming out. He's going to see one of them. He's going to see look for 2. He's going to get all 3 kills for himself, and his team is going to be in such a good position. They try to blind out, but they know where they're on the site. And he's going to lose the op battle. Chris is going to be able to finish it off for his team, but Orange Juice just making the plays to win his team the round.
Just absolutely phenomenal play by Orange Juice. Going through the smoke, pulls it back, it just obliterates the team. Koki getting that elimination, but in the end did not matter. As you mentioned, the op's going to just take him out right here. And again, you've got to figure out how to deal with this Viper, because Orange Juice is basically solo holding B site. And or the A side, excuse me, and I just don't know what Orange can do here because of just how powerful that Viper is unless somebody like a Lycan or a Pokey is able to get a first blood on him. It's going to be so hard to get to A every single round.
Yeah, I mean, they really need to go for picks. I mean, I think that's the thing the attackers need to do is look for picks either through mid or sites and then just try to rotate around and catch people on rotations because, again, you're playing a 4v4. Every team member is super valuable, and losing one, just like him, is not good. He's able to trade it 1-for-1, but again, Viper is able to hold down the line, and his teammates are going to be rotating over, and those three members of Orange are stuck in that corner.
Nice dodge on that EMP from Lycan. Koba's up in heaven. He's going to grab the op himself. Don't think he saw Lycan, though. Orange Juice able to take him out. Sleepy Tiger got another one, and he'll get taken out, but Native One's going to have a tough job here in a 1v2 looking into an op. Actually, Koba gave up heaven with that op.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Native One is turning this around into a 1v1. The op's going to pick him off, though. Not look fast enough, but still, they're able to make these trades, and they're pushing on the sites and just getting caught. They're not really playing for picks. They're just playing a normal 5v5 strategy where they push through entrances, trying to get on site, and Viper just shuts them down every single time.
Yeah, it's going to be tough with that op up, but if you maybe want to, if you are dead set on pushing A, you got to have maybe one or two people try and push through mid, go to that door, and maybe try and get a flank onto Orange Juice, but Chris is live with that op on Reyna, usually holding mid down, so now they're going to rotate over towards B, so they'll neutralize the Viper. They're just going to run into everybody else, including that Reyna, who's going to be holding down this elbow here in short order.
Yep, we're going to see the ultimate going to be used.
B.
He's going to throw out the flash. It instantly kill Pokey. They're up by 2. This is what they need. 3 on 2. And we're going to see Orange going to be detected. He needs to look around and get a pick for his team and try to make this a little more even. Lycan is quite low.
Got a flank from Sleepy Tiger, but it's going to be a very long lurk here on that Jet.
Ooh, gets that shot through the wall. Sees Pokey, but Pokey's going to be able to trade it back, and it's still going to be a Jet in a 1v2. She does have ultimate. This is where we like to see those highlight clips coming out. She has the abilities to make it happen, too, so it's going to come down to that player's individual skill to see if they can take this round.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. This is your knives out. Double tap in the head. Native One gets the spike down to start that timer. Here comes Sleepy Tiger. He doesn't know Pokey's there, but Pokey hides behind the boathouse. I think he just barely didn't see him. Native One sees him, though, and Sleepy Tiger, I think, just moved a bit too quick.
Yep, and that's just what's going to happen. Unfortunately, does not use the ultimate or really anything to confirm himself a kill, and they're just going to get positioned and outgunned. That's unfortunately what happens during games, and they're just going to have to make do with what they have.
Now we have all 4 ults up for Boise State Blue. They really haven't been able to use them, and now you can kind of see here for that Orange side, they have the op, so mid pressure is going to be a little bit relieved. Maybe now we see, I think it's Pokey has the op. Maybe he tries to get a great pick onto Chris here and open this up and make it a 4v3.
Yep, we're going to see the mid push coming out. The operator is held by that Reyna, and they're looking like a fight. Then an op battle is going to be lost by Chris. Pokey's going to pick it up as they're going to look to go through. Presence is going to be detected. The flash comes out, and he's going to end up trading to Lycan. It's going to be already a 4v2. They're pushing on to A. Orange is there, and he's made the plays before, so we see if he can make it again.
That Viper all, he just wants to slam it down and just absolutely cut off this A site. Lycan's going to try and flank him through heaven. There's Pokey with that op, barely sees him. Now in a 4v1, Orange Juice has got to be incredibly careful. He's actually going to run into Lycan on his current path as well. I don't know if he knows Lycan is there. He does not.
He's able to see him out. He's going to stay alive, though. That's the most important thing. He does have his ultimate, so if he gets the spike, he can click that ult, and that's going to be basically a game if he can pull off that type of play. Just the power of Viper ultimate, lowering your HP down to 1, not killing you, but making you basically 1-tap.
Oh, he's going to pick this up.
That's going to be the kill.
And as much as you want to have that hero play, in a 1v4, I almost feel like you maybe wanted to just sit there, wait for an exit frag of somebody trying to get away from the spike, and at least hurt somebody's econ before that last round, because now Blue, I don't know how much econ they're going to have left in the tank to be able to go up against this op, and a ton of ults up for both sides.
Yeah, and the thing to note, though, is we're currently on round 11, so we will be switching sides, I believe, after this. And that's going to be where the attackers can prove me wrong if this is on an attacker side of map or in game mode in general. We're just going to see Viper pop her ultimate on that entrance and basically just bully them completely away. And they're going to see her. He's going to miss the shot. He's going to shoot. He's going to get 1 and 2, and he's able to just win against a rifle with a pistol.
Predicted that. I think Orange Juice might have ran through thinking that ult would protect him more than he was expecting. And that's going to totally open up that A side. You see Lycan was trying to battle Notkoba. Notkoba wins that to make it a 3v3. Cypher get 1 pick, though, with that neural theft. That'd be huge as he does get on the Sleepy Tiger. He's just got to get to the body.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be very difficult. They don't know the positions, though, but Chris is going to be spotted out. Oh, it's an odd battle if we've ever seen one. He's at 5 HP. He cannot re-peek this. Oh, but he's going to, and he's going to end up trading his life. Or really not too much. He does have an op down. Chris could rotate and pick this up. That's a very powerful gun.
1 enemy
Killjoy
remaining.
still does have her ult. And
Spike down mid.
2v1. Ooh, they have guns up. They have the push. They definitely could make it happen. It's just going to come down to how well can Frog make it.
Frog gets 1 kill. He can use the neural theft to basically give away the other team's spot. So he just needs to get one of these 2 picks. Koba's trying to rotate
30
around.
seconds left.
Frog and Koba almost see each other, but I don't think Koba quite has gone up the stairs yet. Oh, does see him. Gonna try and re-peek. Chris has got to sandwich him. Make this a 2v1. Use your advantage. Here comes Chris slowly. Koba's going to win the fight, though, regardless.
Yeah, I just think that was just a really poor position coming out, unfortunately, from Frog. I feel like he should back up towards their base rather than trying to get into that boxed room, because if he doesn't win the fight against Koba, he's instantly at a disadvantage in terms of being in a poor position. He can't really leave that room without Koba seeing him, and again, he has to get the kill to really win that. But if he just plays around, hopefully tries to get more damage off, and look for a peek or a kill on someone else, make it 2v1, get that ult down, could have changed it, but we're going to see the side switch pistols coming out. So hopefully they prove me wrong and show this is the defender side of map, or we're going to have a very short game.
I think the craziest thing to me, and we saw it in that highlight, was Chris is live challenging the Opper with a Sheriff and ended up winning that fight. That was basically the whole reason why the blue team ended up winning. Lycan going to try and go for that EMP, going to be able to get a presence, I think, onto 1, if not 2. That's totally going to deny that B push, or they're just going to have to wait a little bit because Lycan knows exactly where they are. And now they're going to maybe alert here in mid.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be some shots coming down. And Koba's already fallen. And it looks like Lycan's going to fall too. He's going to take the duel. He's going to win 2 of them. That's going to be currently a 1v4 on attack. The enemy is pushing into this room. It's going to come down to Tiger to get a pick and hopefully get himself some econ. Not at head level, though. He's going to start fighting someone. Does not get the kill, though, and it looks like his teammates are coming in. He's just getting cornered and cannot do anything.
Man, he had the right idea, but as you mentioned, his gun, for a moment, he even looked through the wall there instead of having it at head level. But this was just a great play. Lycan knew where they were the whole time, and unfortunately, you watch your teammate go down. It's not always the best decision to just re-peek it, as Lycan picks up a huge double kill. And yeah, this map so far looking very, very defender-favored, which is not really what we expected in a 4v4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess the map is just a lot more rotatable than I originally believed, and I think that's the key point to take away, is that defenders are able to get around very quickly, and doing that gives them more time to contest pushes and get peaks. But I also think it's just the players, the fights that they're tanking, they're normally winning on defense because the enemy's peeking into them, and that's a really big part of it.
He's going to come down like barely going to see Chris. I don't know if he saw Sleepy Tiger behind him.
There.
And he's going to take some damage as well. They're going to have to probably rotate over towards A because the whole team knows they're there. Lycan even maybe debating running through that smoke. He's going to go for the EMP. Going to get the flash off as well. Chris dodges it, though, and it looks like everybody's just going to hold here on opposite sides of the wall.
Oh, no, he reloads right in front as the smoke goes away. He's going to fall. It's currently a 2v3. Going to pick up the kill, get that scout for themselves. But that's going to be some gun advantage that they desperately need.
Tiger sees the Marshall, ends up picking it up. He's going to have Frog right around the corner. No idea he was there.
Spike down mid.
Spike. Doesn't really play around the vision too much, checking corners. It's not the early game. You can't just assume, but he's going to be able to get the pick. He has the headshots, and that's the most important thing. 2 headshots can be a game. He's going to take the scout. He's going to no-scope it. He really only needs to get 1 shot onto Frog, but unable to do so, and it's going to be another round for the defenders. And proving me wrong once again is the defender side of the map.
That's just a fantastic play here by Frog. Gets a great pick, and Unfortunately for the blue team, the only gun they had available to pick up was that Marshall. Tries for the no-scope, didn't quite have it, and then that pistol's going to lose to a fully automatic most of the time. And yeah, this defender's, I think the other thing that's really going in their way is we haven't seen a split push from the attackers. We've seen everybody A or everybody B, and they kind of just get funneled into their own death.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the most important thing to take away is if they go for like a mid-B or a mid-A split and try to take positions of more angles and force defenders away, it's more advantageous. Koba's going to actually win that duel against Lycan, take him out, make it in 3v4. Frog's using the vision, trying to get something for his team. Kofi's going to pick up one, pick up two. Going to see that healing come out. Sleepy is still there, going to enter through with the blind. Sleepy's going to take it out and look to take the pick.
Death side as Pokey gets a triple kill. Much like Orange Juice when they were split. Pokey gets the 4K for themselves. And yeah, whoever's been holding A solo, first it was Orange Juice, now it's Pokey. There's just nothing that the attacking team's been able to do, even with the numbers advantage.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with what the attackers are doing is, again, not splitting. Because if you're able to get a split there, at least take some of the defenders away from the site, or at least force them to reposition in terms of angles, then you can look to get picks when you enter from both sides. But since they're just entering from one corridor or one hallway, the defenders just have to watch one side of the map. They don't even watch that extra door. They don't even watch mid. So I think that's the most important thing to see.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have another eco around here from Boise State Blue attacking. Oh, Lycan's going to get a huge flank, but he can't quite land the shots.
He doesn't land anything. If he could have hit at least one, that would have been so valuable. As we're going to see another Sheriff come out. Oh, headshot. It's going to take him out through the wall. It's going to be a 2v4. Jet is so low, though. And that's going to be a 3v4 on the site as Pokey's trying to pick stuff up. He's going to see them. He's going to get two. He's going to look for regen. The door's going to collapse. He's going to take it out, though. Planting is happening by Sleep. He's going to cut off the seeing shot by the drone. Drone's going to take him out. They know where he is on this side of the map. He comes down to whose guns. Ooh, just a little bit off.
Oh, he
doesn't know he's there.
Barely missed it.
Dude, literally, if any of those shots hit, he dies.
Koba's back there. Sees him. He gets a great pick. That Jet's going to have to put a miracle. Oh, my goodness.
2 4Ks back to back. I mean, he's just proving it once again that he knows how to play this duelist and just picking up kill after kill after kill. To be honest, though, the fact that Jet didn't die through 2 wall banks there at 1 HP, just because they're just a tiny bit off, just a little too much to the right, a little too much to the left, they're just very humorous.
And I mean, even though we talked about how Lycan didn't get a kill, he did get the shots to put Sleepy Tiger at such low HP that even with all those missed shots, it didn't matter. So that flank from Lycan in the end ended up being huge. And so far, the defenders have just kind of bamboozled our attackers, and it feels like that missing 5th person is way more important for the attacking side, as now we're going to get another A rush, and Lycan's waiting right there with that EMP knife ready to go.
Yep, he's going to look to try to stop them, and they're continuing to push as a group. Going to detect 4 hostiles is going to be so important, and that's going to see an instant rotation coming out as they look to pin them in the back as Chris is stuck there with his team. We're going to see Pokey come from the back and maybe get another 4K, pulling that angle. We're going to see he's going to pick up 1.
Chris is now going to try and peek it, but they've got Reyna behind them. They're going to get absolutely walled off. Jet Smoke's going to go down. They get flashed as well. Here comes Pokey, picks up 1, picks up a 2nd. It's all down to Sleepy Tiger. It's not going to matter if Pokey 10 or 11 kills in the last 3 rounds, absolutely popping off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's just playing so well with his team. They instantly get that information, and they're like, rotate now, flank. They get the pick, and no one was even watching it. Like,
nope.
What's going on? What, do you not expect your opponents to move? Because people rotate in this game quite quickly. Honestly, it's an issue of people over-rotating or rotating too early. So I'm surprised that they're not watching their flank with 1 player or even trying to get a split to take other parts of the map, but instead just kind of going for these 4-man pushes every time.
Especially when you get 4 agents suppressed by the KO, you have to assume somebody's going to come on that flank. Because now they're going to go for a bit of a delayed A push to maybe try and avoid Lycan in that EMP knife. They still have to deal with Native One, who's sitting up in heaven, who's going to have a great vantage point if they try and push. And now we see the orange team getting a little confused trying to find out blue sides. Their patience paying off as Native One kind of gives his position away for no reason.
Nope. And he's going to look to see the peek. He's not going to be able to see. He's going to see him right there. He's going to shoot a couple shots, take it the kill for himself, being really good with that spray control. And they're going to, at least one of them there. Really good Viper wall comes down, completely blocking out the map. Heart of Heaven. Oh, he finds all three. They know they're all there. Not really anywhere to watch. One juice going to fall, and that's going to be two of them stuck in the back, and they can't really push onto site. And this is just not looking good again for the blue team. They can't really get an attack. They're going to lose one. Seems one going through. Not able to get the kill though. Oh, Sleepy does have guns. A little peek, and it's going to be. Oh, he's baiting him. He's toying with him. Doesn't even try to kill him. Gives the kill to. Oh my. Lycan is just BMing his opponents like there's no tomorrow.
I mean, Lycan, Pokey's getting the most of the kills, but Lycan's been insane with this EMP utility from this KO. So you see him kind of mess with Sleepy Tiger there, giving the kill over to Native One. Finding basically the whole team every single time. And I like I said, we both talked about it. We both thought 4-on-4 would be attacker favorite, but the more and more I watch, I say, wow, this just gives the defenders so much ability to shut down an A-rush because you get one pick, and we talked about it. It goes to a 4v3. That's a huge shutdown.
Yeah, again, also we're not really seeing trades happen, which is the most important thing to note, because when trades happen, you also get information at the same time. Attackers like to trade because it's really hard to spray transfer in Valorant compared to other games, since the spray pattern isn't like as easy to control due to its more bloom. But we're gonna see him hold the same angle again, as it's another 4-man push. Not really what we want to see.
Here comes Lycan. He did, I think, run into Orange Juice, who was at least watching that angle that time, so he's going to have to bail. And they do get a great pick on a Native One as well from Chris's life. That's going to open up that A site. Have to be careful because they do have the enemy Reyna just watching through the A tree right now with that operator.
Yep, and they're just going to look to get a pick, and if that happens, they could rotate. There's just the question of why not? Why are you not rotating to B? You know the enemy rotated. He's going to miss the shot, though. That's the most crucial thing. He's going to shoot again. Not going to be able to connect to any targets, and he's stuck in a really tight pinch. Poking Dominator's going to fall down. Ult comes out from Viper at a high level. You're going to see Chef. He's going to go in. Can't see his opponent. Ooh, and that's going to be a flawless round. And change the tempo is the most important thing. Now we can see the first round picked up for the attackers, and we could see a complete tempo switch in terms of also econ.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing is Lycan tried the flank. That had worked so many times for the Orange team, but this time I think it was Orange Juice was ready for it, fired a couple shots, Lycan had a bail, and then they were able to get that great pick onto Native One up in heaven, and that opened up the whole site. And we've talked about it. One pick is absolutely huge in a 4-on-4, and denying that flank for the first time was a great job by the blue team to kind of get themselves back in the lead here and at least shift momentum over to their side.
Yep, we're going to see him coming out from Pokey. He's going to fail the peek against the op. As Chris is going to look to continue to be aggressive, look and check the multiple angles. Will he see Native, though? Going to see a really good smoke, and it's just pretty far anyway. Rotations coming out from Lycan and Cypher. Blind. They really need to get this plant down. The more time that they have for this bomb gives them closer to the
spike plant.
Throw out flash.
Ooh, the Killjoy as well.
Finds one. Look at the positioning of the other two team members, though. They're outside. Killjoy is the only one really on site. And we're gonna see one of them fall. Lycan's gonna drop down. Oh, they're gonna see him in the round. They're gonna take. Oh, he misses too many shots, Koba. You hate to see it, but it looks like you can see Orange Juice doing what he does best.
He's got to get away. He's got to just buy time for that spike. He doesn't have to win. Frog's going to go for the defuse. He's got to land this Viper utility. Does enough to scare him off. Gets him.
Done perfectly. I mean, the thing to note there with Frog is he either wants to go push Orange Juice, get the kill, or just stick the plant. Because either, I think doing neither is not really great, but also trying to do both is gonna, you don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't have the utility or the time to just kind of fake a plant and bait him out, or really go for him, kill him, and go back. So I feel like you just gotta pick your poison, go for either. Both of them have their consequences and rewards, but one is a lot more difficult than the other.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Flash. I think the biggest thing is he just needed to commit to it. I think he was maybe scared that the Viper poison was going to land on him and take him out. We've seen Vipers do that in the past. Here comes Chris live with that op. He's going to peek once again. Pokey's behind that box. Going to throw that Viper smoke down. I don't think anybody knows where Pokey is. They've got to be careful because Pokey can absolutely turn this around with a great pick. Nobody knows he's behind the box still. He comes out, gets headshot.
But look, the spike is down once again. They're in a really good position in terms of defending it. Killjoy's on the backside, but one is looking for something. He's going to find them. He's going to shoot. He's going to jump. He's so low. Jet is going to fall there, and he's going to end up seeing a trade come out from Koba. But they're looking to go in. Currently a 2-on-2. Spike is down, but they're both not able to see the plan. He's going to see a defuse come out. He's going to stop. He's going to go in. He has a sniper. What are you doing? Viper's going to show up. Going to get two of them and get 2 rounds, and we're going to see it 12-9. This is match point.
And the craziest thing about this play from Orange Juice is he's actually going to kill Lycan first, who is going for the defuse. I think if he gets Frog, Lycan's able to stop the defuse and maybe take him out. Unfortunately, Chris got caught pushing with an op right here. As you mentioned, it's still Orange Juice misses Frog, but takes out Lycan. I think that's actually why he ended up winning the round.
Yeah, I think the thing to note, though, in Valorant is trying to set up plants to watch them even through smokes. It's a little more difficult than other games or strategy FPSs like CSGO because you can't really put in a corner where they're forced to stand. It has a lot wider of an area to defuse, so it's a lot harder to just kind of put it down and try to watch it through vision or through a wall or just go through anywhere. We're going to see an immediate push come out from Chris. Pops the ult. Down to trade 1-1. Oh, Frog. He sees the invisible. He's going to close the door. Oh, he's going to push right through. He's going to take him kill for himself as Viper's pushing down the bomb. It's a 1v3. He's going to fall down, and that's going to be an attacker victory. Win. The game 13-9.
That was a fantastic response by that Boise State blue team. I mean, we got all the way to 9-9 flash, and then they had that fantastic round. They finally figured out that A push. I think you're totally right, though. They were so scared of that flank. They'd put the spike down, and at least 2 people would turn around because they were that worried about the flank. And luckily, it didn't cost them. But as you mentioned, you got to be on site. You can't let that site that wide open because there were a couple of times Orange got so close to defusing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can see the immediate tempo change because it was 9-9. As soon as they got that 10th victory on the attacker side, won the next 3 rounds just in a flow. And it's just that tempo is so important, especially in a game like Valorant FPS, because that tempo, that like confidence as a team, just allows you to transition to round and around and around. We saw that. We literally saw them go on like a 6-round losing streak.
Yep.
So as soon as that stopped, they just won the rest of the game. It's just getting that confidence back. Yeah,
as you mentioned, they lost 6 in a row, and then they won the next 5, ended up taking the map. But we're going to take a short break. We will have one game up after this scrim in the Esports U between some of our players here. It's a 4v4. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very unique. Do not go anywhere. We've got 1 map left. Can the orange team make it a 1-1 draw, or can the blue team come away victorious today? Don't go anywhere and find out after this break.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
into this special Valorant broadcast here live for the Boise State Gay Pants Esports Arena. Esports, you've been going on all week here with the Boise State coaches working with some of the high school kids from across the country. We just got done with our first game of this 2-game scrim with Boise State's blue team taking the win over the orange team, if you will. It's been a ton of fun, a little bit different. It is a 4v4 Fish and Flash tonight here, calling all of the action. 1 game left, and I'll be very curious the map choice because you and I, we talked about it in the open. We both, okay, 4v4, attackers favored. We, for the most part, were pretty wrong. The defenders had a great time. They got 1 pick. They could easily rotate over a lot quicker. So I'm very, very curious on our second map, whatever that map will be, how the attackers handle this 4v4 because it felt like they were always at the disadvantage.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the map that would make or break this thesis is just going to be Haven, the map with 3 bomb points, because that map is just so hard to cover with 5 people in the first place. There's so many corridors. There's there's literally the doors, there's the main, and there's also 2 entrances on every site from every way. And with 4 people, it's kind of hard to cover. One person is going to be on the site by themselves, and if you push with 4 or 2 and you can get a pick, that's a plant instantly. So I feel like that map in general will be very favored.
Yeah, I would almost assume that map would just maybe be taken up because I think you're totally right. It would be so hard to kind of guess where the attacking team's going because you're right, somebody's going to get left solo. But we saw both from Pokey and from Orange Juice some fantastic 1v4s on Ascent where they sat on that A site and got I think at least 1 4-kill for both of them. I know Pokey had 2 4-kills in back-to-back rounds. But before we get into our last map, we do have Doc's keys to the game, which are do not ego peek that operator. We saw that a couple of times. Know your win condition, call out abilities, and calculate enemy econ. It's all brought to you by Count, who wants to help you stay safe online. You want to make sure you prevent digital charges, fraud, anything like that. Make sure that bank account is nice and safe. Go check them out at count.com, K-O-U-N-T. And we'll go to Split, actually, which is a very, very big map, which probably is also going to limit how quickly the defending team can rotate. So this is also a very interesting map, and we see some different operators as well, including both teams bringing a Sage to the table, so they're going to have a bit more utility in terms of healing and eventually that resurrection.
Yeah, I'm a little bit questioning the lack of a Viper pick on this map. I'm a very big advocate for Viper on Split. I mean, it was one of the first maps in beta, and Vipers were just doing cross-map smokes the entire time because of how congested the map is in terms of, like, length from defenders and from attackers. You can get really good smokes down. So the lack of that is a little questionable for me. And I feel like everyone's trying to go for a little more aggressive solo carry champions where, like, I can make plays, I can get kills, and just kind of force the game throughout myself. So definitely feel like going to be a lot more fighting, and especially a lot faster fighting in this map.
Yeah, it's a scrim, and there's nothing on the line. The teams are going to be a little bit different in terms of the compositions. As you can see, Pokey now on the side with Chris is live. So just a couple of changes, same players. So it's very interesting to see how they adapt to their new teammates as Pokey barely gets out of there, takes a couple of shots right in the Lycan, who gets taken out.
Yeah, and then again, it's a 3v4. Going to go into the map as 2 rotations come out. 1 player is left in the back of sight, and he needs to get a pick. He's going to miss every shot and barely getting any damage onto his opponent. And they're just going to be able to heal up being Sage. And the spike is going down. It's going to be a 2v3, trading 1. But
spike planted.
Can Orange really turn this game around? It's going to come down to can he make the crucial shots, because he does have a ghost. It will 1-tap to the head. And if he can get those tapped, that's going to be really important. He's going to see Killjoy cross the map. He's going to be open though.
Takes out that bot. He's also got Frog on the other side. Great headshot there from Orange Juice, as you mentioned, with that 1-tap. Oh, he gets behind the wall, takes out another one. But Chris is live, ends up picking up 2 headshots of his own to end up winning that round for the attackers.
Yep, I just feel like a little bit too much of a staggered entry coming out from Blue. They kind of should have just pushed in right away. But Orange was able to take the game for themselves, just holding down the site. Headshots again in pistol rounds are really important, especially when you don't have armor, because if you don't have armor, you die really quickly. Armor is very unappreciated, especially in pistol round. A lot of people would rather just go for the stronger gun and the utility, but armor can be a lifesaver.
I will find you.
Yeah, I'm really going to be curious how Orange Juice plays on this Sage, because he was insane on that Viper. I'm going to be curious if he wants to maybe play that more battle Sage, where he's more of a carrier, if he's going to play more reserve, have that healing for his team, those ice walls, and that's kind of the one thing that I don't know if the styles will line up, is there's that ice wall going to go down from Chris's live, and Pokey and Chris going to push through. But Pokey gets headshot a couple times.
Yep, and we're going to see Chris taking the kill. They're trying to go for him, but he's going to get shot 2, and that's going to be 2 for Frog. Back to back, now we're going to be down for 2 for each team. Chris is still alive. but so is Frog. And they're going to look to take the kills from themselves. The thing about this site push is the elevation change. That's really important to note, is there's a lot of situations where you can't just peek. There's too many angles to kind of cover, and Chris picking up a 3rd kill. Will he make it 4 is the question.
He's going to get that healing as well. He's going to push around. Frog didn't even see him coming. Great play by Chris's Live as he's picking up a 4K for himself that round. And absolutely popping off on that Sage.
Yep, and we're going to see the push from the start of the game just coming out. He's trying to check for the Cypher Wire. I think Sage is going to take it out herself, and they're going to throw over. But too much damage is just dealt, and we can see a repeat come out. But it's just such a hard angle. He's going to throw the bomb through, but he's going to see 2 kills. I honestly don't think the second one was intended. I feel like they just kind of ran by with just shooting, and it's like, oh, guys, I got 2.
Yeah, I thought for a second that was somehow, you know, a collateral with the pistol, because I think you're totally right. I don't know if Frog expected that. He was just shooting it. You never really want to run behind your teammate while he's getting shot, as you see. Orange rotating over to that A site, and they just want to plant as soon as possible.
God, right into it, but Koki's going to end up falling, as not Koba is going to take the kill for himself, but end up getting traded. Currently, Lycan's on the backside. They're going to see the plant come down, but could he get a pick? They're all on site, but they're not super well protected.
Like those native one is there. Absolutely insane game sense. Orange Juice gets another one. It's all up to Chris's Live. He's in a battle with Frog right now, but the reinforcements are on the way. He gets 1.
Chris is here. Doesn't see him though. He's gonna pop the res though, as you can see. Lycan shooting at both of them. He's gonna miss the shots, and that's gonna be a potential 3K. Oh, yep, he's gonna get it. And that's just really good coming out again from the blue team. They're on the defenders, but they're able to get really good picks, and the picks that they are getting are just slowing down those pushes, because if Ray survives there after getting that far deep, that fast, and just gets the plant down instantly, that's a really quick and hard time for the defenders to rotate from the opposite side of the map, and 2-on-2 or 2v4 is kind of difficult, but I think Koba really clutching up that kill is really what stalled that round out.
Yeah, and I also think it was fantastic game sense from Lycan as well. He knew exactly where to peek. The other player had no idea he was going to be there, so fantastic job by Lycan. And you're totally right, though. If that raise survives, that plant goes down, it's going to be such a hard rotate over, so great job by Koba. And we see here, they're going to go back to that B side, but they're also going to peek mid. Chris's Live barely sees Lycan. Ice Wall's going to go down from Orange Juice just to kind of soak up some bullets.
Good to note, though, Guns and Valorants have quite big magazines, so, but not as big, obviously, as other games. But still, you have a sizable amount of clips, but blowing 2 or 3 can have an effect, but it won't really have too much of a game impact. So just shooting bullets down a stage wall in mid, not really too much of a game. It's mostly a slow to allow for rotations.
Right here.
We can hear it. Koba, will he be able to get the kill? He hears 2 people going up. He's going to see 1. He's going to end up falling down the crisp, but that's a potential push on the A. They don't know how many are there. You know, already ice walled or ice walled it off, but they need to get a pick, or they at least need a plan.
Ice Wall goes up there to stop the other rotate over, and now they're trying to find that plant. Unfortunately, the Killjoy's a little slow getting over there, so that's going to be a full rotation from blue. They're all going to be next to each other, so it's going to be very, very hard for them to maybe try and push this side off their thing.
One enemy remaining.
You need to watch that orb. You can't just throw it out pretty blindly, as it is a very noticeable object when you're going around this. Rage is using that buff, going to get that B-hop, going to unfortunately fail it, and I think he's just going to save his gun and try to get a frag on the exit, but I don't think he can take this 1v3. Oh, he's going to shoot and reload at the same time. Not really what you want to do, and he's going to pay for it.
I don't know if he expected Orange to maybe bail out on that site as quickly as possible, and gets at least 1 great pick. I think you're right. He wanted the exit frag. I just don't think he expected. It's a great rotation by Chris's Live. You can see on that mini-map. Already knows where he went down to, and I don't know if Frog expected such a fast rotation over.
Yeah, I just think the thing, especially on Frog's behalf, is there's a chance he wins that fight if he has his gun out, but like he switches to his knife for mobility, but again, why would you be switching to your knife at this point in the game? You're not really doing a rotation. You don't know where it's safe. You don't know where all the enemy is. So I feel like it's just a little too hasty.
Well, this has been the attacker-favored map that we had expected on the first one. With right now the Orange team pretty dominant on attack. They're going to look over towards that B site through garage. Raise the first one through, and really nobody watching it now. Orange Juice rotates over, tries to land a shot on a pokey, not able to find anything.
Yep, and that's going to be the stage wall. Gonna be able to see the Killjoy down, though. Grabs a grenade, though. Gonna put him down to already half HP. Could have finished off the kill. He needs to get a headshot here, because the gun he has he needs to get a pick and was unable to do anything on the crossing. So the plant's going to come down from Tiger, and they're going to look to just hold this site. Really good plant position, not too easy on a safe plant, but ooh, that's a rocket. That could be a kill, and they still have 2 members left, so it is still not over.
Orange, she's taking low's got to run away. Needs something in with this Sheriff here. Hasn't been able to find a single shot. Gets the healing out onto himself, and he gets taken down, and the Orange team with another great round.
God, how many people have that finishing animation? I swear, every time I see it, like, the kill is just either the same person or everyone just likes that skin, but it's kind of funny. Other than that, we're going to see another kind of 2-on-2 rotation split. Looks like mid is going to be pressured kind of as the A player. I'm not really seeing as much focus. I'd rather see a 1-2-1 with 2 going mid and just trying to, like, sweep around back on sites. But these players have their own strategies. They might know better in terms of their opponent's game knowledge or what they're doing. But interesting, we're going to already see the teleport come out from Lycan, and this could allow him to do a rotation quite quickly.
See that 2-2 split for the attackers. Sage should have eyes on that raise as soon as that wall goes down. Pokey doing a great job setting up shop. Frog waiting up above that B site. He's going to end up bailing, and now here comes Sage with that great ice wall. Gets a
oh, they see that one. They see one. You can't really jump shot, though, in an FPS.
Yeah.
Unlike in Call of Duty. So Valorant's not going to really allow that to happen. So they're going to get that information, which is just as important. The kill would be nice, but the information is just as good. And they're going to see the ult come out. Not going to get really any damage onto anybody. The wall's going to break down. Kill transferred onto one. Chris is going to wall off the elevator, or really the ramp, and they're going to make the push through.
The running back come out from the Phoenix. It's like he's going to even it up. At 3 aside, does take out the running back. Native one going to peek again. When you lose the running back, you really never want to peek from the same spot you just died.
Yep, and the thing with this ultimate is it allows you to basically go invisible, and unless someone's right in front of you, you can't really see them. So he gets a good rotation, and Chris, going to be able to take the kill, but still, there's 2 members alive, and Poke doesn't even know if the opponents are behind him. Next, like, he just doesn't do anything with this information. He can only just try to get the plant off and hold, and there's just so many angles and so many openings that they just really can't cover.
Spike planted.
Curious if Chris is going to want to commit the revive, but has been an eco round for the blue side. Frog gets taken out here. Now it's all up to Lycan with 32 HP, and there's the res. Probably going to guarantee this is a round win, but Sleepy Tiger immediately gets taken out. Pokey peeks him, though, and I guess they'll sacrifice the res for the free round.
Yeah, but that's just going to be the res for the round. I mean, the numbers advantage, even in a 4v4, is just as important. And the fact that they're taking Sage, I feel, is very useful. Getting a res on a player to make a 3v4 into a 4v4 or a 2v3 into 3v3, like, those numbers advantage is even more important than in a normal game because you have less people.
100% agree with you on that one. And I think the other thing they were maybe going for is trying to get the revive onto Sleepy Tiger to try and at least help him save his gun, to help out his eco a little bit, but he's still got plenty of credits in the bank, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. And right now, this B push through B Garage has almost been unstoppable. Orange Juice now is the one holding it up, going to take out, or at least try and take out that shock bot. Pokey's going to peek. There's the attacker killjoy now, actually.
Yeah, I just don't think that gun is very favorable, unfortunately. Currently what's going on from Orange, he's taking the Stinger, I believe, and that gun just has almost 0 range from on top of Heaven. So I feel like a different positioning would have allowed for a potential kill or trade, but I get at the same time he does want to be available for his team, either for healing or for denial and plants, but I feel like that positioning was a little poor due to his weapon choice.
The killjoy to get onside as Pokey gets taken out by Lycan. Chris gonna try and challenge. Lycan's just gotten out of dodge. Native one picks up one to put it back into a 3-on-3. We'll see a res come out here as Orange Juice and Lycan get it and make it a 3-on-1.
Yep, and we're gonna see the guns transfer picked up at 2v2. Oh, and that's gonna be a round for them, and Sage staying alive does have the ultimate if necessary, but look how low those HP bars coming out from Lycan and Sage. They literally could have got shot by almost any rifle and fallen. It just came down to missing those crucial gun fights, and they were able to keep their members alive, keep their econ healthy, especially being 2 to 5. That's the most important thing for them on defense, is making sure they have money.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the attacker Killjoy come out a little later as well, because the only person watching that B site was Orange Juice, and with that paint shell, he got taken down to 8 HP, had to retreat and heal, so maybe could have waited a little bit on that Killjoy, but I do like at least using it to get yourself onto the site. But now the Orange team out of ult, you see 3 up for that blue team, and that neural theft. Haven't seen it used too much, but if Frog can get one off, I can absolutely turn around here in a 4v4.
Yeah, we're going to see Graves just using that package to explode herself instantly into an angle to look for kills, and Orange is getting pushed away. They have ice down, but Pokey, look how low she is.
One
she's about
enemy
1
remaining.
HP, and she's already lost
down
half her
A.
team. He's going to look for the ace. He's going to find it, and that's going to be all 4 members of Orange taken down. And the tempo change, what we talked about last game, seems to be happening again. 2 rounds picked up for the defense back-to-back.
Fantastic play by Lycan here. You're going to see on your minimap there, all 3 members are just going to kind of funnel into him on that A site. He even, I think, maybe took down Chris's live trying to shoot out native one. You never want to be in the same bullet fire. Gets the ace as well, and I think you're right. That's a great momentum flip for the defending team. And now the econ for the Orange team is going to start getting a little bit scary after losing a few rounds like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing to note, though, in Valorant is a lot more important is even if you're in a good state, you have a lead, that economy is something that transfers between rounds, just like guns and abilities. And look, Koba's already down to 21 HP. He has utility, but if he dies at this point, it's all gone. 3v3, almost basically a 2v3 just due to his HP count, but headshots are a miracle. They can do crazy things. Oh, he's going to get a double lineup.
No.
Collateral. That's not the thing you want on Orange. Honestly, I think a save is the best bet they can make, but I don't know if they can take a 3rd loss with their entire team being wiped.
Pokey's trying to use Koba's smoke to at least stay healthy. I totally agree with you. He needs to go for the save. Gets one on the Frog. Going to challenge Koba. End up putting it to a 1-on-1. Has the rocket available. Going to throw out the paint shells. Maybe try and land something on the like. He's got to be very careful, though, because they cannot afford, as you said, to lose a 3rd round with a team wipe.
Yep, and he could actually turn this into an ace just because of his positioning, but also because of where the gun. He's holding a weird angle. He's not going to see him yet. They're going to see him first, but he's going to lose the duel, and that's going to be a 3K for Lycan. And I just feel like in that situation, just go for the spike. Don't try to make any crazy plays. Don't go for like the 1v1 hero. He got the kills that he needed to get for his team just due to the lineup that also Lycan had, but looking for stuff like the spike is really useful. Playing around with that timer, again, he had a lot of time to either walk around and get a better angle and force Lycan, because he's in a really panicked position. He doesn't know where Raze is. He has to play for time. Raze just has to play for the bomb.
You're totally right on that one. I think Lycan was watching the spike. I think it did die right here in this A main off that collateral, so maybe that's what Raze was going for. We almost got this game evened up, which is a far cry from how our first game went, where we went to the split. It was 9-3. There's that Raze ult coming out. Maybe we'd have also liked to have seen that used in a 1v1 just for that little bit of extra oomph, as Lycan gets taken low, but ends up outplaying native 1 into 3-on-2.
Yep, and we're going to currently see Killjoy run away. Going to get pinged by the Cypher ultimate. They know where they are. Sage is currently on the B site. Does have... I don't know if she has the spike or not. Oh no, it's going to be on Killjoy actually, and ult coming out from Lycan, trying to get a really quick rotate. Ooh, see Tiger though.
I don't think Tiger heard him.
One
Tiger's
enemy
rushing
remaining.
right into Orange
Spike
Juice.
down mid.
Now with that spike down, Chris is live with this op is going to be in an awful spot. You never want to have an op in a 1v3. Frog's going to be right behind him on the other side of that wall. He's just jumping for fun, but he did give away his position.
I don't know if the question is, did he see Chris? That's what I want to know. Did he see Chris? Because if he doesn't see Chris,
I don't think he did, because he's
left.
running away. I don't think he saw him. The spike's going to be the hardest part because Orange Juice is just staring at it. And with an op, Chris is going to have to basically land a quick shot. Gets the spike.
oh, he
There
does
it
the
is.
kill. That's what he needed exactly.
charge.
He's going to see a 2v2. He has 13 seconds to get the spike down. He's going to drop down, instantly start placing it.
10
Currently,
seconds
we're going to
left.
see Lycan take a slow rotation into the
Spike
site,
planted.
getting slowed. Chris needs a pick. If he gets a wink, this is 1v1, but he's not able to, and that's going to be another round, making it tied up at 5-5.
He had the shot, just couldn't quite land it, and that's the difference maker right there. Great job by Lycan. I think, yeah, Frog never saw, and I'm surprised he never pushed Frog. He got a great shot onto Orange Juice, and unfortunately, we see in the replay, if this shot lands, I like Chris's life's chances, but unfortunately with the op, you get one shot, And it just misses. Just to the left.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. And again, the operator is a very powerful weapon, being able to one-shot to the body or the head. But if you don't hit that shot, you're very vulnerable due to the long reload time before another shot can be fired.
I would have maybe liked him after he got that pick onto Orange Juice to just take Orange Juice gun. Give himself a little bit more leeway in that 1-on-2, but hey, everybody's confident with the op. Now I see Lycan with it, and this is going to be a scary sight. Native 1 goes down, and Sleepy Tech is immediately just going to bail.
Yep, he's going to say, like, hey, man, you died, you made the play, you lost it, I'm not backing that up. I'm not running into another operator angle. Those angles can be scary. So I don't feel like Lycan pushing up here is the best call. Again, with an operator, you don't have a really good chance in close combat. I mean, yes, you can no-scope, but ooh, Chris able to get the headshot that he needed, picks up the rifle, and complete momentum shift. They still have 2 ultimates to make this 6-5, and that's, again, this is a really important round from Orange and Blue. Whoever wins this round can guarantee a tie for this half or potentially a 2-round lead in the next.
You will not kill my allies!
So revive out onto Pokey even to give him a 3v2 advantage. Lycan's on the other side of the map, so Frog's going to have to hold down this A site.
And they can't hop on top of it. Unlike in CSGO, you cannot stack on your teammates. They just watch as their teammate dies.
Down A.
Oh no, disaster strikes for the Orange team.
Ooh, the question is, will they see him coming up? He comes up, the bomb drops. Blows up by Pokey. He just can't, she has to pick a target. And if he gets Chris there, he trades 1-for-1. But if he shoots the bomb, Chris probably kills him. Oh, Chris is going to end up falling. That's going to be a 1v1. Spike is down. And whoever gets a final shot, 14 seconds. You just have to play for time, Frog.
There you got
10 seconds left.
Pokey fakes the spike.
Pokey, you got to start planting now. You have no time.
Frog barely gets it down.
Oh, he's able to get the kill. That's a 2K, but still. Oh, God, I was partially nervous that round was not going to happen. He was going to miss the plant. Like, if I'm Frog there, I'm going to be honest, I don't even bother, like, peeking that. I just play for time, because look how close this gets. We're like 7 seconds. He hasn't even started planting yet.
Yeah, I think Pokey outthought themselves. I mean, we're looking at like 0.6 seconds.
On a plant, like
that's too much for me. After you faked the first plant and nobody came, I would have just jammed that spike down.
It's the mental mind games due to the spike. It's really hard to play around, and we're gonna see Orange take a round advantage, and it's gonna see a potential another tempo change. But if they can get this, gonna see that ult to reposition. Currently 4 players going mid and B.
Nobody's really interested in pushing. Frog's the only one on A. Pokey and Orange Juice might end up running into each other up on that B main. And there's that attacker killjoy plus the run it back from Phoenix. The run it back gets immediately taken out.
Pokey makes the trade. They're able to get it, but look. The killjoy puts on the timer, and that's going to be a finish. 0 players detained, but
enemy down.
That's just going to give him a lot of time. Trading 1-for-1. Pokey eats 3v3. Knight's going to also take it. The ult comes out. He's not going to get almost anyone. Pops his own ultimate a little too early, and he's going to need to find somebody. He's going to look around, try to clearing angles. The wall is broken up there. He starts shooting through it. He's out of ammo. Chris is going to find him, but he's going to end up being not enough time to reload. He's going to fall. Chris fighting, takes the trade. But look, there's still 1 player left, and that's Koba. He's going to tie up the half, and that's a perfect plan coming out from them. I mean, Chris got the kill, gets immediately picked, and then Koba just transfers into 2, and this round just goes poorly.
It was a fantastic job again. I think the one thing I would have liked to see from Orange is just a little bit more trigger discipline on that killjoy ult, because if you're able to get the killjoy ult down after the spike's planted, that's just more time you're able to bleed off. Yeah, they opened up the site, but unfortunately it did not work out for them. And as you said, we'll go to the half tied, and very interesting game so far. I really don't feel like either team's had a huge advantage so far. I mean, what are you thinking for the second half? Is there either Blue or Orange that you think might have a small edge to maybe pull this one off?
I feel it comes down to a lot of it is the character selection. I feel like Lycan and Orange are very admirable players in terms of their skill. Lycan makes a lot more risky and hasty plays that do pay off in leaps and bounds, but if he doesn't pay off, he dies and his team suffers. While I think Orange is a lot more calculated. Same thing, Pokey and Chris, they play a very similar gun-ho playstyle, looking for kills, and whoever whoever can make that first aggression from these teams seems to take the round. There isn't a lot of tempo change after a kill happens, so I'd like to see the attackers slow it down, or either go as fast as they possibly can.
They got that first pick on to Sleepy. We're going to see Chris just peek right on to Koba. Pokey takes down Lycan as well. Got the 3-on-2. Orange Juice going to jump down, tie that one up, and the spike's down. Frog can't quite pull it off, and it's all up to Orange Juice here. He's going to make it a 1v1.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I am not in favor. Yep, please take the Ghost. I like the Ghost better in this situation. You have the spike. Play for time. Don't re-peek. Just go to heaven, please.
Pokey's going to fake the defuse.
No, he's not. He's going to stick it. He's just going to let it go to
he's going to
half.
stick it. Bails at the end, at least gets it to 50%. Oh.
Again, I feel like going up to heaven, he had the time to rotate up to heaven. Goes to heaven, he can definitely change the round a significant bit, but other than getting that one pick, we can see this round getting replayed. He hears the spike go off. He has to know.
Yep.
He's either thinking it's a fake, he peeks and he misses that shot that's so crucial. And that's where you just want to wait for him to click it, and you just play for time. Like, you have to play the mental mind games with the spike, and that's a really hard thing to do.
That was a great job by Pokey. I thought they'd just go for the quick fake. They actually went for the... I think they were going to full commit. They at least got that 50% mark, but you said the mind games with the spike can be so hard to figure out as Lycan's just going to rush mid. It looks like at least Lycan's going to try and, despite losing the pistol round, at least try and even the eco up, getting a gun for himself that isn't just the classic or the ghost.
Yep, we're going to see that spotted, and it looks like we're going to see Tiger going to take out one. Going to look for two as Pokey is going to pick up a kill for his teammates as they look through. Has the pistol. Orange Juice is here. He's going to watch. There's two of them here. He's going to see one. He's going to end up dying right in front of him. Koba's going to turn this around as Chris picking up 2 kills, making it 2v1, healing himself up. Has the spike. They can just wall this off.
Frog's going to come from behind them. Chris has got that angle and the high ground, so he's not going to be where you expect him to be. And that's, oh, he still got it.
The headshot. That's the most crucial thing to note, though, is he can just put his camera. Look at the positioning of the wall, though. It's so weird. He has to just go for the gun. Just get a gun. Okay. Oh, that works.
If you want to kill somebody in close range.
Yeah, that's the play. I feel like the thing is the wall does not last for 40 seconds. You just have to sit there on top of Spike.
30 seconds
I feel like
left.
Phoenix is walled off. He can't really work to, and that's the wall breaking right there. And this is going to see the potential mind games of the 1v1. Don't throw it out. Please.
Oh, I don't know if Native 1 heard him. He's going to peek the corner, and he takes him out.
Clutch getting that 2v1, but dude, I'm surprised he didn't hear that gun cock, but if he did, that was Elver. He had 20 HP coming out from Frog. I mean, there's no way you survive after that. And the fact that Chris wasn't able to kill him was also unfortunate for his team, as he had such a good wall placement.
Yep.
Like, it was just so good. He didn't really need to play super aggressive. He got the kill, it was secured. And 2v1 clutch when the guy doesn't even have a gun, like actually has a rifle, it's really unfortunate.
And you mentioned it, that headshot changed everything, because Chris was in a unique spot on top of his wall. You could even see Frog didn't expect him to be there, but that headshot changes everything and ties this round up. And now we get a full-out A-rush here, so it's going to be up to Pokey to try and hold this one down as the paint shells go out. Don't land on anybody.
Yeah, the thing to note, though, he's carrying a Spectre, so he doesn't have a ton of fall range, but he does have that short range to note. And again, like he's playing another mind game character, and boom, instantly in mid.
See, we got the Sage rotated over. They're 2 up in heaven, looking down towards B. Frog's gonna peek Pokey here. Can't quite get the kill though.
Spike down A.
They have the spike, they know where it is.
I have the spike.
She's put some damage and is able to get away.
Both Sage and them have dropped down from heaven. They could look to rotate in mid, as not Koba is there. He's going to take it up. Koba is trying to get for a pick. He's going to get one, though. They're going to push through. He's going to see the flash come out, and they're going to look to go up against the Sleepy Tiger. He's going to fall. It's going to be a 3v2. 2 members are both on A, rotating through mid, and they're going to be able to get the spike down.
Great rotation by the blue team here. You're going to see Koba and Pokey going to run into each other. Pokey's going to get that kill, make it a 2-on-2. Lycan loses to Chris as well, and now it's all up to Orange Juice here in the 1-on-2.
Yep, and this is the thing to note, though, is
Last player
that's
standing.
a really low player. He had like almost no HP. Chris has a one-tap weapon, but so does Orange Juice, and his weapon is a lot more favorable. He's going to see the rifle picked up. Oh, exactly, lined it up perfectly, and Chris just goes for it. I felt like with the amount of time he could have looked for a potential, but is that an ult at the end of the round? I don't think we were able to catch it.
Don't think it went off.
Yeah, I don't believe that was a good ult either.
I think it was probably to try and just get a gun back. We've seen a couple Sages do it. I know Baratel, one of our casters, is a big fan of doing the Sage res just to get a gun back, but no, it actually didn't go off in time.
Yeah, currently going to see 2 ultimates available for blue. They're up by a round still, even though that they were down at the half, or I mean, sorry, even at the half.
Next?
Being on the attacker position definitely changes the game. Currently going to see him just rush instantly onto site. He does not have the spike though.
I'm back.
And he's on it. He's going to see 2. He's going to take out 1. They're going to be another one. 2 members are dead. Killjoy's gun is disabled.
I know
he falls,
exactly
though.
where
And that's
you
an ult from Cypher. Going to spot out the last 2 members, and they're going to know where they are.
That's a fantastic Cypher. All Orange Juice going to get the plant down. Christo gets the headshot with the Sheriff and the revive. That is a huge play to go from a 4-on-2 to a 3v3, and at least give the Orange team more of a hope than they had about 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, we can just, the thing to note though is they know where they are. They know that they're on the side, they know that one's heaven, they know one's coming out from the other side of the map, so it's just going to come down to who can really get that first pick. The spike is ticking away. It is down, and it's, oh, Lycan.
Oh no, he gave it up. He had the perfect angle and he teleported out of it, and that allows Chris's Live to get 1 pick onto Noctoba. Sneaky Tiger's going to come around the corner. He will be taken out. Lycan now going for the flank. Orange Juice and Chris's Live in a battle. Orange Juice ends up winning that, which is huge, and that's probably going to win the round for blue.
Yep, and it looks like Phoenix is trying to get through, but I don't think he's going for it. He's going to end up dying. He's going to lose 2 of them. If he just runs away, he saves his gun, but instead tries to get through the wall. Just not enough game sense to make the right call there. I don't think he would have got it, even if he got through that wall to defuse the bomb. I think it was too late.
It was unfortunate for Orange Juice as well, staying a bit too long, but fantastic clutch by Orange Juice. I thought Chris is alive and maybe he turned that round around with the pick and the revive, but that Cypher all they had too much information and they just always knew they were in heaven, and that's just such a powerful ult, especially in a 4v4, because there's just, when you use it, it's already going to give you location of 3 people.
Yep, and we're going to see currently 3 pushing for that B site. Dropping down, almost heaven. Noctoba's looking to take out that wall. But no one's on B. What's going on?
B is absolutely free right now.
Just get the plant down. Koba just plays for time, and they're going to see the rotation. 3 going through mid. Koba is in the backside, going to look to rotate around, but he does not have the ultimate. He needs at least 2 kills or 2 sort of objective points.
Smoke's down.
And Lycan's going to pick up a kill. They have such a good wall with Sage and everybody else. They know the enemy's on heaven. Flash coming out. Chris is going above, and they're just going to be able to push them away. Ooh, he gets 1, but they're just going to stick the plant.
Nobody's there.
No one's there to get back on site, and he's just going to get the defuse off instantly. Lycan's going to end up seeing Koba fall down, and Sage is going to
last
remaining teammate and be on top of heaven. But I feel like that, again, spike positioning is very important on plants, and if you don't do it well, it can be the difference between a win or a loss, depending on how you play after plant. So the way they played, I don't think that positioning was great. I feel like they should have put it closer to that wall and had a better angle from, I think that's garage. I don't know the actual thing, but yeah, just had a better position from attackers push to be.
Yeah, that was, I mean, we've seen a lot of people just kind of commit to the defuse. I guess maybe they were hoping that someone would fake a defuse and they get there in time, but yeah, absolutely unfortunate spike placement. They're going to try it again. There is, I think, the Phoenix this time watching. Yeah, Native one's going to be watching from heaven. That wall is going to go up, though. And now here comes the rotation over.
Yep, going to throw down some fire. The spike is not going to get planted, actually. We're just going to see no time. Lycan's going to fight. He's going to lose. Currently, Orange is behind, though, as we see Cypher. Cypher is not going to be able to protect his teammate, and the spike is already getting diffused again by Chris. Someone drops down, loses some HP, and that's going to be a completely flawless round. Chris picking up nearly a 3K for himself, but doing really well for his team. And it's all tied up.
Yeah, that was a fantastic round, and we talked about it on Ascent where the blue team won to make it 10-9 and kind of just steamrolled after that, and you have to wonder, for the Orange team, a flawless round back-to-back, basically insane defuses, if that's kind of what ends up pushing them over the edge, because I feel like this Orange team has started to figure out exactly what the blue team wants to do, and that spike mismanagement a couple rounds ago was absolutely huge to get us to a 9-9 round. And now they're going to try and push A, but everybody is waiting there for the orange team.
Yep, I'm going to see free stuff coming out. A lot of utility in terms of tech that's able to get additional damage or assistance. And playing around the Killjoy, allowing just to get fire. But again, a lot of these guns are just one taps to the head. So if you end up falling in a fight due to a one tap, doesn't matter what HP you have, you're going to just take out one with that ultimate. Going to still be alive. B is looking completely dark. No one's there. No one can see it. No one's pushing it.
Phoenix got to be careful. Lycan knows exactly where he was. Orange Juice gets one pick off screen. Native one gets taken out. Lycan read that one perfectly. And in a 4v2, the blue team has all the advantage. With a minute on the clock, they can take their time as well.
Yep, and currently the spike is on A, though. That's the thing, is currently Sage is there. She's going to see one, she's going to see two. Too many bullets are being missed, though, and that's going to make it instantly a 2v2. Spike is down. Currently Lycan's going to drop down, look for a kill, and he's going to spot it out. It's going to be a 1v1 coming out from not Koba and Chris, who can do it better. Oh, it's a 2v1 now. Red's coming out. Oh, the lineup. Double headshot. One after another, picking up those guns, and that's going to be the clutch you need from your teammates. Going to turn that momentum again towards the blue team.
It's a fantastic round by Chris's Live. Gets a 3K there, unfortunately. Goes for the res, and then stands right in front of his teammate's body with that res animation. Pokey can't play right away, and Koba gets a great double headshot there. And you mentioned that might be the round turner we saw last time, 10-9, when blue team started to pull away. I'm curious how they feel now, as they're all going to go towards A, and right now there's only one person over there.
Yep, and currently going to see the team getting out that Killjoy thing. The grenade's going to get a lot of damage. He's going to pick up one. Going to not be able to see the ultimate, though. Going to throw out some damage, and Koba's going to pick it up. Currently, Koba's at half HP with ultimate, though. As soon as he falls, that's a really important utility tool lost, and the turret is going to find one. 9 HP on sleep. He's going to get healed, but it won't be enough to get him to full, though.
Him out a little bit. He needs one more kill, and he can throw down a Killjoy as well to open up that site. Lycan's going to be able to take out Native one, though. It's a 3v2 as Chris is alive, looking for the play. He's got Frog right around there. Takes out the tripwire. Now it's a 1v3.
Oop, and now it's going to be the kill. And again, we're seeing the blue team pull away. When it was 9-9, the first one to get that kill, or really that, not kill, but round, is just pulling away the game in terms of economy. Looking at, it's going to be another eco round. And if they lose this round, they're at match point. Being at match point is not in a very advantageous position coming out from Orange, because what can you really do at match point? If you lose a round, you have to be full buying every single time, and if you barely make a way, again, you have to full buy because the next round can be your last.
As you mentioned, it looks like it's going to be half eco round for Orange. They're going to have to get at least a couple kills. I don't think they're going to want to eat. If they lose this round, it's going to be a very rough match point. Orange Juice going to get that wall down, but a great other wall by Chris. Gave him the angle. Unfortunately, Lycan gets the headshot. And that's huge as the spike gets slammed down immediately.
Yep, and that's going to start the timer. We got 40 seconds technically left in this round till that spike goes off or someone kills. But Cameron's going to spot them out. One needs to get a pick, but he's going to end up falling, and it's going to be a 2v4 in a really pivotal round as that Killjoy is getting activated. Going to push people away, but look at the position.
Last player standing.
And then Killjoy also not going to keep him off the site. Orange Juice gets the elimination before the Killjoy even goes off. And now we see the blue team on match point once again.
Match point.
Yep, and this is the thing, match point is a really important time coming out from the Orange team because everything that they have needs to be spent this round, because if you don't spend it now, it's gone forever. This is where everything in the game is no longer useful. If you die this round and you still had gold or really money on you, again, useless. So it's all about what can you maximize your utility. We have an ult coming out, 3 of ults on blue team while 1 has on orange, so not looking too good in terms of guns, economy, and everything really coming out from Orange team.
I think the biggest way Orange can win this is they can get a pick onto Orange Juice, because they would deny that res that could absolutely turn this round around. So they need to pick onto that Sage immediately, as there's a bunch of smoke there. They're going to go over towards B, which once again is just wide open. The Orange team realizing that's going to rotate before the spike even gets put down.
Yeah, I'm going to see the camera get placed. They're going to not be able to see anyone over there. Going to retake it again. Has that cooldown, though. Chris is going to get spotted. He's going to trade 1 for 1. You're going to see another player coming in with the ultimate. gonna fall down too. Pokey is there. They're pushing sight down. Turns memories. Far left. The ult's gonna get popped. Not really get anyone for anything, but look how low Brimstone is. Cypher ult. This is round changing. They're gonna see two of them in mid, and we're gonna see Sleepy take it down. That's gonna be another spray transfer. Is not enough, but we know exactly where Native is, and that's going to be the game. 13-9 for both rounds.
Absolutely fantastic job by the blue team. Congratulations to them and congratulations to all the players. Don't forget that Boise State Esports is always looking for talented members for Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League production, and more. You want to, if you're joining, you want to get interested in joining the Boise State Esports team, go check them out, boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Fantastic way to wrap up that esports U scrim there. And Flash, any final thoughts on what we saw in a different version of Valorant? It is the 4v4. We won't see that too often, but any final thoughts on the two maps we saw here tonight?
Yeah, I think it was just really like eye-opening in terms of like how these players adapted to the situation, because 4v4 is on a lot of experience. You don't really play that often. You're never really playing a 4v4.
Yep.
I mean, you're playing 5v5 for ranked games and stuff like that. So the change is definitely something that players have to adapt to and come up with new strategies. So seeing how players adapt and play around that just shows like they're in June. I can't speak, but they're able to come up with new strategies and just adapt to how the game's being played.
Yep.
So they can make the best for their team and win the round or the game.
Yeah, and I think we saw very close games. I mean, a huge shout out to the Orange team in that first game. I mean, I think they went in the half down like in 8-2, ended up rallying. Actually, it was 9-3, excuse me, and they ended up rallying. Both games ended up being 9-9, and then that turning point on that 19th round, blue team won and ended up just kind of steamrolling from there. And I mean, was there a player that really stood out to you on either side in these games today? I mean, I think everybody had their moment, but was there one player in particular maybe you thought was the standout performer tonight?
I'm partially biased because I know who they are, but Chris is alive. I know who he is. He went to high school with me. So him and also Orange Juice are probably the standout players for me. I think Orange Juice had like an incredible Viper game. Did like literally solo carried rounds, got 4Ks multiple times. Pokey had some pretty good performances in the first game, but I feel like he wasn't as on in the second one.
I agree, yeah.
Just kind of having Lycan and Orange Juice just picking the team up from themselves, while Chris and Pokey kind of just struggled to get their team really to those round wins, and some unfortunate shot calling cost them some rounds.
No, I think you're totally right. I think those three names, Chris, Orange Juice, and Pokey, would be probably my top three. I think you're right, though. Pokey on Ascent was fantastic. On Split, kind of, fell under the waist. I mean, the teams did swap, so, the comps can be a bit more confusing as well. But overall, I think it was a fantastic night of Valorant. A great sign of the talent that is in that high school level. I think Koba, the Valorant coach for Boise State with going to a varsity program in the fall, did tell me Chris is live, is going to be coming here and going to be trying out for the team. Would love to see him on the team because he was absolutely fantastic. Well, that is going to wrap up our broadcast here tonight. Fun to see exactly what's in that high school ranks. It is always awesome to see more and more support for esports growing every single month, because who would have guessed 5 years ago this is where we would be. But a huge shout out to my co-caster Flash Knight for joining me. That is all we're going to have. Don't forget we have our Esports Tower Rumble for Valorant coming up next Wednesday as well. Fresh set of teams. Cannot wait to see how that's going to go as well. So if you want more Valorant coverage, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern time, come out and check out the Esports Tower Rumble. But until next time, have a great evening.